Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire. In this video, we are going to look at the Georgia recount and why it's a complete debacle, as well as update you in other things happening around the election world. The recount in Georgia is a complete debacle, as expected. They just found 2,600 plus votes that weren't counted, 75% of which were for Trump. Never Trumper Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said it was failure to upload ballots from a ballot scanning machine. Gee, imagine that. What are the odds, eh? Well, if that's the case, then perhaps most of the ballot counting machines in the state need to be rechecked, because there could very well be more. Remember that I said that, because this is going to get very poignant very fast. They're just trying to pass this off as an isolated incident without even considering that there could even be more. Raffensperger also is playing the role of obstructionist and not allowing the GOP to observe the recount, which is the whole point of doing a recount. Senator Lindsey Graham has even called for a full audit of Georgia's results. Oh, but it gets better. And here we have a second county in Georgia finds thousands of uncounted votes for Trump in addition to the ones that I just mentioned. Yeah, I think we do need to check all of these voting machines, because this is getting a little more than coincidental, folks. Could it be the Dominion voting system acting up again? I think there needs to be a complete audit of the Dominion voting software itself at this point, in every state. I'm starting to see a pattern here, and I don't think that I'm too alone in my opinion. And that pattern is that every time they find more uncounted votes, they seem to be in Trump's favor. We told you yesterday about the 2,631 votes being discovered in Floyd County that hadn't been tabulated into the vote because of an alleged scanner problem that it was just not counted. But more were for President Donald J. Trump, which gave about an extra 800 vote pickup in Georgia. This was after folks on the left said this kind of thing could never happen, and you don't pick up that number of votes in a recount. That all of a sudden wouldn't show anything. Well, guess what? It just happened again in another county. Oh my, can we see what the heck's going on here? Similar to what happened in Floyd County, election workers in Fayette County appear to have failed to upload a memory card with thousands of votes into the system. Whoops. 2,755 votes that were not included in the initial count. Secretary of State official Gabriel Sterling said that those ballots were scanned onto a card, but these votes were never uploaded into the initial count. He says that there were several backups designed to catch the issue and that it falls to workers who didn't follow procedure. Of all the votes that are now being added to the total, 1,577 were for President Trump, 128 for Joe Biden, and the rest were for Joe Jorgensen or write-ins. That changed the margin in the state by 500 votes, with Biden now leading Trump by a measly 12,929. So again, this begs the question, why did they automatically catch this? As we noticed yesterday in Georgia, apparently records show how come many in then checked and ultimately against the number of votes tabulated to make sure they got them all. Once one might argue is an accident, twice is indicative of a problem. How many counties does this involve? And in Floyd County, the Floyd County GOP chair blamed it on the Dominion system. Oh, the Dominion system keeps coming up. It appears that our elections office did not misplace any ballots. Rather, it appears that it was the computer software mishap with the Dominion system. But his remarks did not get picked up by most of the reports on the case. It's not clear what he thought the issue was. In Georgia on Election Day, there was a breakdown in the system when they reportedly tried to upload and update in Michigan and Antrim County, and there was allegedly a transportation of votes to Trump, to Joe Biden, when the election official failed to do an update. So as you can see, the recount in Georgia is very, very messy at best. If you live in Georgia, I highly suggest that you contact your state legislature and demand a recount because you deserve better than this, folks. You really and truly do. This country deserves better than this. In Nevada, in Clark County, the commission threw out the election because 1/6 of the votes had too many discrepancies. We are talking about 150,000 votes here, people. And yes, Mr. Trump, I agree that the security with this election is suspect at best. How can they even say that there is no election fraud at this with a straight face at this point is absolutely beyond me. More importantly, why is no one on the left bringing this to anyone's attention? Because it benefits them? This is about way more than who won an election. This is about the very integrity of the election process itself. Its importance simply cannot be downplayed. I know it seems that the legal process seems like it's taking an eternity to unfold, but I'm a big believer in the adage that good things come to those who wait. Things will be getting underway shortly here in Pennsylvania, where there are approximately 700,000 contested ballots, as well as numerous allegations involving procedure and process, affidavits from hundreds of people, ballots with no postmark, ballots being run through the machine multiple times, and the list goes on. The more time that goes by, the more they find. The Kraken is rearing its head. Thank you very much for coming along to my video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Please help fight this censorship, and God bless.